I am here. This is X35 Earthwalker, the one true Earthwalker, the legendary Eternal Soldier himself, and welcome back to another awesome podcast episode. And today, we're going to be talking about Xbox and 2025. Now, I guess it is obvious to a lot of very unwise people lacking thinking ability, but it's been very obvious. Xbox has been dominating in 2023, definitely dominating 2024, but 2025 is going to be complete Xbox dominance. Like, just look at the path they're going now. Some of the decisions, as I've already been clear, some of them I don't like, but I understand from a business perspective of how deadly, scumbaggy, and powerful it is. And it's definitely put them in a way superior position over Nintendo, over PlayStation. It's easy. It's a clear one-sided beatdown right now. And I've made it clear. Microsoft's competition is not PlayStation, Nintendo. Those guys are too small. And that sounds like an insult. You probably think, well, too small. Astrobot Game of the Year. Yeah, you mean the game with only 1.5 million sales? You mean the game with only 2.3% of the PlayStation store base played? That game? That game that was in the top 15 for active users first week only, and the second week you never appeared in the top 15 ever again? That Astrobot? Yeah, whatever. You can take that pity W from the PlayStation rigged Jeff Keighley Awards. No. We have to look at the big picture of what they're doing. The competition for Microsoft, they're aiming to beat Apple, and they're aiming to beat Tencent, right? PlayStation and Nintendo by themselves are just too small. And it's a fact they're too small because Microsoft is $1 trillion company. Sony's $1 billion. That's more money than anything we have. We don't have billions. But billions is super huge. But compared to Microsoft, they're small. Remember, Microsoft has enough money to buy Sony if they wanted to. They could buy Sony. They could buy Nintendo. So yes, they're too small for Microsoft. They want to go bigger. They want Tencent. They want Apple. You see what I'm saying? Because of like what they got as a publishing thing going on. So 2025 is just going to be huge for Xbox. Huge in multiple areas and things. And I told you guys, I said this in a previous podcast episode. I made this very abundantly clear. I said it before everybody else. I don't want to hear about no Colt East, whatever his name is. I don't want to hear about no Chaos Lounge. I don't want to hear about either Game with Jay. I respect him. I don't want to hear about none of these bums. I said it before all of them. I said it before all of them because I'm faster than all of them. I'm smarter than all of them. I know what's going on. I said it. Xbox is playing such a dastardly move, but even the dastardly races are disgusted. The freaky flyers are like, what the heck? Everyone's flabbergasted. I said what they are trying to set up, because it's a setup. I said what they are trying to set up, if they pull it off, if they get it done, if the fans let them do it, if the fans get their back, I said, when it's set up, it's game over and they will be unstoppable. I told you guys to look out for it. And as time was passing on, I was being proved right every single time. You know? Every single time. Look what Xbox has set up. And the ecosystem, like I said, it's a main piece, but it's not the whole thing. Look where they are now. They got the fingers dipped in mobile. With the mobile money coming in, and King's a big part of it, but not the whole thing. They're doing the dang thing with the consoles and the games. They got the stuff going on with the link with PC, right? To the point where they're like putting things around on different platforms so they can be played. And then they infiltrated PlayStation. And the FTC was a big part of why they took this approach as well. Infiltrated PlayStation, and now they're killing and eating PlayStation from the inside out. And now when you look at all the different areas of revenue that's coming in, there's of course I know in a lot of cases some consoles are being sold at a loss and stuff like that. But let's just still, for the sake of argument, include the console. There's the console sales, of course, what money you make from that. There's the games that's being bought. There's the microtransaction stores that's in there. Then there is, of course, the subscription service, Xbox Game Pass. And then there's the revenue they're making off of PlayStation and their fan base. So PlayStation players want Xbox games instead. I already gave my views on the whole strategy, so I'm not going to go over it again. So when you look at all of that, the money they are raking and getting is crazy. It is crazy. It's working. The fools and the morons that said Game Pass isn't sustainable, it's a bad idea, it's bad for gaming. They didn't say that about Netflix, but whatever. Like, those idiots have been proven wrong time and time and time again. And I got the Digital Foundry. I don't care for Digital Foundry, but the PlayStation fanboys put them on this pedestal and make them sound like their word is infallible. They're the official authority on these kind of things. So now we're going to use Digital Foundry just like they did. Digital Foundry is talking about how terrible the PS5 Pro is doing. The PS5 Pro is a flop. So I'm going to call it a scam. And they're named for their best, I guess I can say, graphics impressiveness. So not just like you know, the performance really. It's not just how good the game looks, but like its performance, how much it keeps to 60 frames and whatnot. I don't care. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw clips. They basically said that first place was Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And they said the second place was Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. And I think they said third place was Star Wars Outlaws. Now, of course, Digital Foundry, they are wrong. Hellblade 2 is above Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones is still impressive as all freak. The fact that 2 first-party Xbox exclusive games, obviously Indiana Jones will later on, it's time exclusive, will go to PlayStation, so you know Xbox can make more money off the PlayStation fan base. You know, 2 Xbox games, first-party games, machine gun games. You know, Bethesda going on with Indiana Jones, and of course Ninja Theory with the whole Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. So the best looking games and the best performance games were Xbox games. Isn't that interesting? So Xbox is already making moves. I already told you Xbox Game Pass is far superior to PlayStation Plus, Nintendo Direct, whatever the stuff going on. Xbox Game Pass is at the top. I am an Xbox Game Pass subscriber for the Ultimate, and it is more than worth it. If you can get it, get the Ultimate. It's freaking worth it, right? We told you guys. We was talking about the news and the releases going on, the information, and we was talking about how Xbox owned, they said it was 60 or 70% of the cloud gaming market. Sorry, Microsoft cloud gaming market, which means you own the overwhelming majority. And they've only gotten stronger and ahead more, especially with that partnership team what they had going on with Nvidia, which is the only company in terms of like stock market value that was closer to Microsoft. At one point past Microsoft as well. And they're using their GeForce. So Xbox giving that choice, especially the PC players, GeForce, or do you want to go with the xCloud? You know, that option is there, which gives more options and power to the players. And this is all part of the setup, which I was telling y'all about. This is how dominant it is. When you got the video on your side as well? No, this is crazy. This is crazy. And you have to remember, guys, it's the ecosystem, not the console. It's the ecosystem. Because the console sales don't matter as much as they used to. But just look at it. PlayStation bragging, we got 65 million consoles sold. That's what they claim. Mythological number, but you know, whatever. 65 million consoles sold, but only 2.3% of those console players bought and played Astro Bot. 2.3%. So the money is coming in. And if consoles are being sold at a loss anyway, then those console sales don't matter as much. So it's still a loss anyway. Because the whole point of the console is to sell what the console brings. Games, the microtransaction stores, and of course, in Xbox's case, the subscription service. So if you have a 2.3% rate, which they had with Astrobot, which is very bad, by the way. Again, I'll give you that famous example I gave last time. Imagine you're this big YouTuber, right? You got 1 million subscribers, and all the subscribers, none of them are bots. They're all actual active people who would tune into your videos. You then release this big video, your Astrobot video. And of those 1 million subscribers, your video gets 23,000 views. 23,000 views out of 1 million. Because that's what 2.3% is. That's what 2.3% is. Now, anybody who comments knows, million subscribers, active people who come to watch your videos. But for this video, only 23,000 came to watch it. That's a fail. For the average bum on YouTube who's just starting off, only got 1,000 subscribers and lower and stuff like that, 23,000 is gold. That's what they will all fight for. But when you're big, 1 million subscribers, and you get 23,000 views, that's a fail. So clearly the console sales are not helping PlayStation, so stop bringing out console sales. It doesn't matter here. In grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, of course. But if it's not being put to use, the fans not doing nothing about it, and failing them, no. So the biggest factor in this ecosystem, not the whole thing, but the biggest factor is, of course, the Xbox Game Pass. And we're going to get more into that later. Now, when you go over all the games that has released on Xbox in 2024, so not just the exclusives, that they have there, like Halo, Gears of War, Forza, Redfall, Starfield, Indiana Jones, Hellblade 2, that kind of stuff. Like, they have obviously more than that, but like, it's also including games that just come in that you can play on it, because you also want to be able to just play games on there. Third-party games do matter a lot. And we take away third-party games and PlayStation dying. But we also got to look at the games that are coming to 2025. Yeah, that's right. And when you look at that, there's a whole list of things. Just first of all, just quickly, you can go on YouTube and look up the Xbox showcase, the Xbox Tokyo Japan show. You look at the Xbox Partner Preview, because I think they did 2 this year or something like that. Xbox Partner Preview. But if you look at the most recent one that was done in October, do you remember some of the bangers that they released? That they showed? Alan Wake 2, The Lake House, Chronos, The New Dawn, Blind Fire, Like a Dragon, I think it was Yakuza in Hawaii, something like that. Mouse P.I. for Hire, Diamonds Alpha 5 was a big fan of that one. Subnautica 2, Animal Well's already out. Eden Zero, Eternal Strand, which is looking crazy. Mistfall, Hunter. They showed Wheel World. They showed Phasmophobia, coming to Xbox, by the way. Legend of Babu. That game with the boy? He was hearing from his mother, and his partner is the fluffiest white dog I think we've ever seen ever. And then you got Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which there's a lot of hype for. And of course, FBC Firebreak. So, and that was shown in the most recent, I think it was in October, 2 months ago, Xbox Partner Preview, right? And then when you look at all the other games that's going to be coming to Xbox, next to it, not just exclusives, you got Arc 2, Project Mara, Avowed, South of Midnight, Perfect Dark, State of Decay 3, Fable, Gears of War E-Day, Mistfall, Marvel Blade, y'all forgot about Blade, y'all stop talking about Blade. Blade is coming. Oh my goodness. Subnautica 2, which we've already talked about. Doom, The Dark Ages. So there's even been some, talk reaching me about the Elder Scrolls 6. Contraband. Someone mentioned to me Everwild. 33 Immortals. Clockwork Revolution. And then, of course, you got other games that was announced as well. Like, it's called Outer Worlds 2? Outer Worlds 2? Yeah. The Outer Worlds 2. There is a lot that is happening. People have stopped talking about State of Decay 3, but those things are coming as well. And the big games that came to Xbox, so all things have been included on Xbox. You already know that, is it StarCraft? StarCraft and the StarCraft 2, the remastered thing and stuff, that's coming to Xbox, but I think it'll be on the PC first. If you're on PC Game Pass, which is an Xbox thing, not PC, that's coming as well. Genshin Impact came on Xbox. A lot of these things have been happening, and like the modern drops of Age of Mythology Retold and all these bangers. When you look at all this stuff that's happening, and even that Power World came at early in the start of this world. Again, Power World coming to PlayStation is a dumb move by Pocket Pair. I defended Power World. I think Power World is a game of the year contender. I've been playing Power World. Endgame is a fantastic game in multiple ways. It's better than Pokemon. I love Power World, but I would tell the developers to their faces, you coming to PlayStation was actually a dumb mistake. Power World had more prestige. Power World even it just sounded better, even as just like on an Xbox exclusive type thing with PC and stuff like that. They had the players. They passed 25 million players. That's more sales than what Black Myth Wukong. That's more players than what Black Myth Wukong got in sales. 25 million players. They didn't need extra numbers. They didn't need it. And it goes to PlayStation, and now we hear no buzz. No buzz. I don't see no PlayStation gameplay video, really. I don't see no trending on PlayStation, talking about it on social media. I don't see no numbers like, 5 million new PlayStation players. I don't see anything from the PlayStation side. Pocket Pair, pay attention to Square Enix. Games of PlayStation, it doesn't work. Exclusive doesn't work. They're not buying the games they're supporting games like that. They're not. And Pocket Pair goes and brings this, make it, another multi-plat game. There you go. It downgrades. It does. It does. When you look at all these games that's coming 2025 to Xbox, and the exclusive ones as well, and the big ones like Avowed, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. If you haven't got an Xbox right now or like a crazy top tier PC, then I don't know what the heck you're doing. For those of you who just want a straight up game, get the Xbox. It's way more comfortable, a way more better experience. You want to be a content creator, then obviously PC. You know, that's no questions asked. But yeah, it's just get that and the ultimate of Game Pass and you're set. And speaking of Game Pass, this is going to be the main carrier. Not only is there a ton of games, coming through, but you got some games that's just coming straight to Game Pass. For example, Subnautica 2 is coming to Game Pass. Eternal Strands is coming to Game Pass. Wheel World is coming to Game Pass. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is coming to Game Pass. And FBC Firebreak is coming to Game Pass. When you look at what is happening and what's being confirmed, we've been hearing that 33 Immortals is coming to Game Pass. Even The Alters is coming to Game Pass. Even Clockwork Revolution, I'm hearing talk that that's coming to Game Pass as well. Arc 2, of course, is coming to Game Pass. The Outer Worlds 2, I'm hearing that that's coming to Game Pass. When you look at all these things, Game Pass becomes the most craziest thing out there. Because remember, guys, because even Avowed is coming to Game Pass. That's crazy. I went and got the upgraded premium version. I'm ready for that game when that drops, bro. That's gonna be my new thing. When you look at everything that's there, I mean, heck, already Stalker 2 is in Game Pass. Power World's got the Game Pass thing going on. Oh my goodness. You know, so much. It's so much gaming content. I said it before, I say again, this is not a flex or an exaggeration, and it is a first world problem. There are more games than we have time to play. Guys, that's the fact. There are more games than we have time to play. There's some games I want to play, but right now I don't have the time. I've been enjoying Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, but I have to put that in my backlog for now. And then when 2025 comes and they drop all these bangers, yeah. And yes, even if they go multi-platform, of course. PlayStation plays it, Nintendo plays it. Xbox gets all the money. It's the 80-20% going on. That's what our document revealed. It was 80-20%. It didn't say 70-30 on there. It said 80-20. And when you look at that, I mean, while they're all paying $70, $80, and when PlayStation raises prices, $90 or whatever it is, sucker, I'm playing for free. Because I'm on my subscription, which is monthly. I'm playing for free. And then the feature that comes with Ultimate as well, you got the whole X Cloud going on. Some of these games I can just play on my tablet. I can play on my smartphone. Oh, what's that? Sister is using my Xbox? I just turn on my iMac. Bluetooth, connect my controller, and then bam, I'm playing Xbox games on the computer. Oh, what's that? You got a laptop? Open that hole up. There you go. Connect it. Bam. I'm playing on the laptop. So thanks to xCloud and Xbox and the accessibility, what they got going on, someone could be on my TV. Someone could be on my tablet. Someone could be on their phone. Someone could be on the iMac. And I can have somebody jump on a laptop over there. They can put that on a table, sit there, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 people playing Xbox, even though there's only one Xbox console in the home. And because of that, all 5 of us could be playing together. As long as there's 5 players and above, like in that sense. Like you got, I think, is it 4 people in Dead Island 2? I can't remember, because I remember there's more you can get in Dead Island 1 and stuff like that. You can jump and connect over, because each one counts as an Xbox platform. Remember the ad? This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. That's a bento box, so it's not an Xbox. But this is an Xbox. That's a little box. These are Xboxes, so we can actually do that. And then you got news about the Xbox handheld console. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I don't think you guys understand what Xbox has set up and what they have done. Someone got their Chrome stick. They got the Amazon, what was it? Amazon Fire Stick? You can take that with you when you go to hotels. bring up this pack of Xbox controller and your Fire Stick. Oh, is that the TV in the hotel room? Set that hoe up. Bam! He playing Halo. Sorry. No one else is doing it like Xbox. I told you, if they set up, it's up. And since the FTC failed, they're being PlayStation's bodyguards, dick riders, they failed. There's nothing to stop Xbox now. You failed to stop them. They're just gonna keep it going. And remember, I showed y'all that diagram, that picture. Oh, I know I got it somewhere. I should have pulled this up before. Didn't say I don't do no prep time, bro. Not for real. Let me go. It should be in cool stuff. It should be under Xbox stuff, and it should be like a list of like I think it was like a list of like the developers. No, that's Xbox stats. That's the Xbox games. Here it is. The Xbox chart, where it shows the different like development companies that they had, and of course is right here. And if you look under, for example, Xbox Game Studios, you see things like Compulsion Games, Halo Studios, In Exile, Obsidian, The Coalition, Undead Labs, World's Edge. You see what I'm saying? Like Rare, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, Mojang. That's the Minecraft and all that kind of stuff. And that's on Xbox Studios. And that's not all in my name. There's more here, but I did not name them all. And then when you look under Bethesda, you've got, of course, the Bethesda Game Studios. You got ID, and that's like Doom and Rage and Quake, that kind of stuff. Machine Games, which is the Indiana Jones. Of course, Bethesda is underneath. Their parent company is ZeniMax. And then you got Arcane, of course, who made Redfall. And then if you go under the whole Activision side of things, with the Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer Games, whatnot, B-Nox and stuff like that. There's Demonware, and I think Digital Legends, and stuff like that. I think Elsewhere is the new one that was being talked about, stuff like that. You go under Blizzard, and you already know what's happening with Blizzard. You know about the Overwatches, you know about Diablos, you know about StarCraft, that kind of stuff that's happening. They got a bunch of like projects coming and stuff like that as well. And if you go to King, that's multiple game studios placements set up. King's even got one in London, and I think Dublin as well, and they're also Chicago and Barcelona. They're around, and they've got Candy Crush, they've got Farm Heroes, Bubble Witch. They've got a lot. So when you look at everything that's on the Xbox, right? The Bethesda, the ZeniMax, right? And the ABK, Activision, Blizzard, and King. That's crazy. Can you imagine what happens? Can you imagine what happens if each one of these is working on a game? And remember, they got multiple groups inside. Remember, Xbox Game Studios isn't just one thing of itself. That's Halo Studios. That's Compulsion Games. That's Rare. Ninja Theory, which is given green light to do Hellblade 3, by the way. The Coalition, World's Edge. Undead Labs, which is, I think, working on State of Decay, I believe it is, or something like that. In Exile, which I think is the Clockwork or Revolution people, and stuff like that. And, when you look, if each one of these is working on a banger, working on a game, that means they can just easily drop more than 20. Like, that's a lot of games coming. And since they got so many games, so many projects, and tons of things to share, that's why when it was said with Phil Spencer stuff, we haven't even showed you everything yet. This is just some of the stuff we got going on. Because it's true! Do you know how many studios and stuff they got going on? They got so many. No wonder they can afford to do charity and give to the less fortunate, aka PlayStation players. They can give things to PlayStation because they got so much. They could give 10 and make them multi-plat, and keep 10 and make it exclusive, or make 5 exclusive, 15s multi-plat, timed exclusives, throw them out there, and they make tons of money. So much comes on through. I mean, did you see the sales for Call of Duty Black Ops 6? Not only did it make over $1 billion, I think, in 3 days, Diablo 4 made over $1 billion in a year. Still, tons of money, right? Did they say something like 83% of the sales of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was on PlayStation? 83%? And they sold millions? And that game's like $70. And there's the special editions as well where they can buy and upgrade to, so $100 in some cases and stuff like that. That's millions! No wonder they made freaking billions. And that's like, no, Call of Duty is the one game 100% I said needs to be on PlayStation, because those PlayStation players, they live for Call of Duty, not their own games. Look what they did to Foam Stars. Look what they did to Forspoken, Brawl All Stars, Quantum Error, Until Dawn Remastered, Astrobot, Stellar Blade, Rise of Ronin, Silent Hill 2. None of these were amazing sales or bangers. The only thing that was crazy was the money had to gain Black Myth Wukong. And don't forget their biggest, the greatest flop in all of gaming history, Concord. PlayStation players are not playing PlayStation game. They played Helldivers 2, but that's been carried by PC easily for a long time now, right? So they're not even playing Helldivers 2 all that much. It's PC players who play Helldivers 2. Look at the monthly active user charts. Helldivers 2 is mentioned in the PC side. It's not in the PlayStation side. So don't tell me PlayStation fans are playing Helldivers 2. Not like that, you're not. Not like that, you're not. All right? So that's it. They live for Call of Duty. So Call of Duty had to be on play. It had to. Of course, most of the people are not going to be buying it as much on Xbox because it's in the Game Pass. We're just playing it. And if at the time, and then later on we want to buy it, we can. Or some people just play it on Game Pass, but they just upgrade it to I think it's called the Vault. That Vault updates and stuff like that. So they got those bonuses good. They spend that extra $20, $15, or whatever you are, and they just got that bonus that comes on top. Same way as Avowed is coming to Game Pass, but you can just do that money on top. Same with Starfield to get that premium edition or whatever it is. So maybe that way it just costs you an additional £20, right? US maybe costs you an additional $30. So you're not paying for the base game. You already got the base game because of Game Pass, but you get that extra. Do you see how Xbox is going to dominate? Earthwalker, calm down. You're yelling at me. Don't tell me to calm down, Charlie, Lucas. Boy, if you don't sit your bummy, you lucky you sat down. About to slap you in public. Now, do you see the dominance that they already have and that they're going to have? And it's going to get worse. Better, obviously. Better for us. But it's going to get, like, more serious. It's going to get worse. It's going to get bigger in 2025. Handheld consoles are going to be something going on. More talks about the new Xbox console hardware. Hands on Tog. Integration of Steam. What? I don't know. Well, I'm not going to say more. Right? What's really going on? Right? Handheld, more games on the way, more are going to be dumped into Xbox Game Pass. And remember, when I talked about more getting dumped into Xbox Game Pass, let me get this thing out of the way, because there's more games. There's a lot of third-party games coming, like, I think Dynasty Warriors Origins is also coming to Xbox game. I'm sorry, not Xbox. It's coming to Xbox, sorry. It's coming to Xbox. So there's a bunch of even more games that is coming. Like Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist, Disorder's coming, Moo and Move, Extra Grazing Grounds. What are the name of these silly games? Right? They're all coming to Xbox as well. So there's even more third-party games. And remember, Xbox Game Pass has over 300 games listed in there for you to play. And it includes all the Halo games, all the Gears of War games. We know Gears of War is coming to Game Pass. Every Gears of War game is on the Game Pass. Even the remastered of like Gears of 1 and stuff like that. All the Mass Effect games are on Game Pass. All the Dead Space games are on Game Pass. All the Doom games. All the Wolfenstein games. And you got amazing bangers like Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sand update. That game is there. Immortals of Avium is there. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn is there. Redfall is there. Starfield is there. Indiana Jones. Don't you mean Indiana Jones? No, you uncultured bum. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is up in this hole. And then you hear Eternal Strands, Subnautica 2, FB, Firebreak, Wheel World, and the one that people have got a lot of hype for, Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers, is also coming to Game Pass. And then Avowed is dropping. Fable is dropping. Doom the Dark Ages is dropping. South of Midnight is dropping. There's Whispers in the Dark that's quite perfect. Oh, I think I said it by accident. Perfect. Things are dropping. So if you can't see, maybe your IQ is that low. If you can't see how Xbox is going to dominate, especially from a financial aspect. And remember, Halo Studios isn't sitting there twiddling their thumb. They're not sitting there licking popsicles and drinking some soda. They're not, they're not just, licking their fingers off the savory box of chicken and chips. Now, some of them are on their lunch break, you fat bums. Get back to work. Dictator Earthwalker in the chat. But, like, they are working on Halo stuff as well. Remember, multiple Halo stuff has been done. When they were working on Halo 5 and Halo Infinite and big things that was to come, they were pumping out things like Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2, which was a lot of fun. They brought out the Halo 3 ODST. They dropped Halo Spartan Assault 1 and 2. They're working on things. It's not just the next big Halo game that the Halo Studios is working on. You're telling me you don't think they got a project? Sorry, let me calm down. I swear, guys, I'm just drinking water. Sucker, we know that's rum. You're Jamaican. Hey, stop the stereotypes. Let me calm down. I'm sorry, y'all. And while all this is happening, with the many shows, the Xbox Direct, the partner previews, the Xbox showcases, Tokyo Japan show, and the second partner preview, and all this stuff going on, even so, that is not all the projects or things coming to Xbox. And they're only going to gain more cloud gaming dominance. And remember, with all their money that they have, the consoles they're going to make are be better quality, strong, and it's going to be superior to the PlayStation. I mean, Xbox Series X is already performing better than the PS5 Pro on certain games. That's crazy. That's crazy. The next Xbox console, it's going to have AI integration, because Microsoft is a big player when it comes to AI. And with their money and the ability to get these resources, they're going to forward it faster than Sony can. And Microsoft's already got some shaking hands and partnerships going on with NVIDIA, the biggest chip guys. They're the chip guys. And Microsoft, they already got Intel. Are you telling me they're not ahead? That video I made, the never-ending rising of Xbox. Check that one out. See how right I am today and where they are going. PlayStation doesn't even have a roadmap. They ain't got no shows. The only thing the PlayStation fans are looking forward to right now is Baby Steps and Infinity Nikki. And I'll say it again. I think Infinity Nikki is going to be an excellent game. I looked at it. I like what I saw. Hey, laugh at me if you want to. I'm a real gamer. If the game is good and it interests me, I would play it. I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't play Infinity Nikki. But I'm saying, I think from what I've seen, it looks excellent. But that's all they're looking forward to is Infinity Nikki and Baby Steps. Those are the highlights for PlayStation 5 Pro in 2025. And of course, whatever third-party games come. But you'd rather play that on Xbox. Better performance, too. And maybe I'll play it on the xCloud. Who knows? So, yeah, guys. I didn't want to make it too long. And you know how I am. Things go longer than I plan. But the Xbox dominance in 2025 is for real. It's crazy. They're ahead of Sony in AI. They got more money than Sony. They got more resources than Sony. They got more developers and companies under their belt than Sony. They have, the cloud gaming advantage over Sony. They got the ecosystem advantage over Sony. They got the games advantage over Sony. Remember, according to Digital Foundry, because remember, PlayStation guys held them as kings for some reason. It was Indiana Jones and then Hellblade for best graphics of the year. Even though Hellblade, I think, is definitely better than Indiana Jones, but they're both up there. They still got Starfield is still living in people's minds rent-free, and Starfield's not going anywhere. There's a lot going on. And then Powerwall recently dropped their big, huge update. I'm exploring it right now. Their ride is way bigger than Sakurajima Island. And that's on the Game Pass. So I'm playing that for free. There's a lot going on. I still need to finish Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Why is Stalker 2 so big? Can this game end already? And then I'm in Dragon Age, the Veilguard. I'm having an awesome time. It's an excellent game. There's just too much going on. Xbox, slow down. I'm glad they pushed Avowed back to 2025. Because if they dropped Avowed, I had to be playing Avowed as well at the same time. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think my head might have slowed down a bit. This is crazy. But yeah, I just... Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's one-sided. PlayStation is going to continue to struggle, and that's why they opened up another path of revenue. They got 10% of the shares of, is it called Kodokawa, the parent company for From Software and stuff like that, because they need extra revenue and money to come through. They did suffer tons of L's. If you want to know more about it, I did previous podcast episodes talking about it. They just need to get more money in. They need to calm down their investors, because the last thing you want to do is upset your investors, because when a few pull out, that's how you end up losing millions and billions. So they have to stop the bleeding. They need to make some extra resources come in, and I'm not laughing at PlayStation for that. Of course, they can't buy full things that Xbox can. $1 trillion versus $1 billion. That's obvious, you know? But they're doing what they got to do for the company. And so they're getting themselves extra areas and paths of revenue. And they want to do it from Software. Because From Software hardly ever miss. They always pretty much hit. And with the stuff coming up with Elden Ring, what's it called? Knight Rider, or that multiplayer thing coming in, looking a bit like a Monster Hunter thing going on. From Software says, yeah, we can do that too, Monster Hunter. Capcom took out a rag and started wiping their forehead, a bit of sweat on their shiny brow. But yeah, it's just so much going on. But yeah, to keep it simply put, yeah, Xbox dominance in 2025 is confirmed. Like, the only way it stops is if Xbox says, all right, let's pack it all in, we give up, we're leaving. That's the only way they're gonna get stopped. And they're not doing it anytime soon. So, I know, as much as PlayStation fans want to say Xbox is dead, it looks pretty alive and well to me. And never let them forget Concord. The media wants to move on from that. I'm not. Never let them forget Concord. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. So yeah, get your Xboxes or super top tier PCs, but then get PC Game Pass. And Xbox is better overall, in my opinion. Xbox Series X, get your Ultimate subscription so you're ready for it. Because what's coming is going to be more than enough to satisfy you. There's so many big, amazing games of so many different genres and stuff even happening. I mean, someone even has sent me in this list talking about some games that be coming in 2025 for Xbox Game Pass. Oh, wait a minute, that's coming in January? Oh, no, guys. Nope. We'll talk about it another time. You got, follow the podcast episode no more. Subscribe to get the hidden stuff. I think we got another subscribe episode coming. I think some news just came through for me. We're going to check those later. Love you, man. You guys have an awesome day. And once again, Happy New Year. And regardless of what's going on, make sure to do the Earthwalk. And I'll see you guys around.